Data doesn't lie, your go-to for the science behind the art of parenting.
Hi guys, welcome back. This week, let's talk about breastfeeding and human milk. And I'll give you guys some tips at the end. So during pregnancy, breast milk is pretty much driven by hormones, right? So during pregnancy, you have 3 hormones that are sort of circulating amongst others that are sort of circulating in your system, right? The first being prolactin, the other 2 being estrogen and progesterone. Now, the last 2, because they're at high levels throughout your pregnancy, prevent milk production from actually happening. Once baby's born, those 2 hormones drop, and the third or the first one remains high, the prolactin, and then that stimulates breast milk production to start. And as it starts, when you have breast stimulation with the baby actually suckling at the breast, it then releases the cycle of letting down your milk. So the muscles around the ducts of the breast, of the milk ducts in the breast, start to contract as the baby's sucking and letting out that milk. So it's a very nice interplay, nice balance between all these hormones to let that process begin. Breast milk itself has a host of things that babies need. So protein, fat, sugar, immunological factors, antibacterial factors, cholesterol, and a host of other things that stimulate baby's growth all around: brain growth, muscle growth, bone growth, all of that. Now, in particular premature babies, the breast milk from moms who have babies who are premature is somewhat deficient in protein, calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D. So that's particularly important for us to know, because then we fortify babies' mom's breast milk with either formula or with human milk fortifier to give it that extra thing that it's been missing. And then we do, in addition to fortifying it for those particular elements, we also increase the caloric content of that milk, such that the babies can continue to gain weight the way they would have if they were in utero. Remember, we talked in our last video about the last trimester being sort of like an exponential increase in weight gain for babies. So it's particularly important that when the babies are ex utero, out of the womb, we replicate that as providers. My tips for you guys this week, in order to help you establish and sustain breast milk production, are the 3 R's. Rest, make sure you rest. Sleep when baby's sleeping. Make sure you rehydrate, drink lots of water, and make sure you're regular with your pumping or feeding every 2 to 3 hours, because those 3 R's will get you to where you need to be with your breast milk. Now, that being said, some people don't always have enough breast milk to sustain their baby throughout their growth. I was one of them, and in my opinion, a fed baby is a happy baby. So if you have to supplement with formula, please go ahead and do it, and don't feel guilty. I did it, and I pumped regularly. I drank a lot of water. It got to a point where I just couldn't keep up. I wasn't making enough milk. So those are my tips for you, the 3 R's: rest, rehydrate, and be regular with your pumping. And don't feel bad if you have to supplement with formula, because the formula was generated or created with babies in mind. So they'll be fine. That's all I have for you guys this week. If you have any questions, don't forget, in the description box below, in the comment box below, leave me some questions and I'll answer them in the next video. You guys have a great week. I'll see you next week.